Welcome to the Balling with Ben podcast. In today's episode, I have my roommate and good friend Dom with me. We will be talking about anything and everything related to basketball and the Boston Celtics. Welcome to the podcast, Dom.
Thank you for having me, Ben. I really appreciate it.
So, Dom, tell me, when did you become a Celtics fan?
So, growing up in Massachusetts, I've always been a Celtics fan. I think I've been a Celtics fan ever since I knew what the NBA was, knew what the local teams were, and knew most of the players on the Celtics. And that time, it was the late 2000s, early 2010s. So that was when Ray Allen was playing, the original Big Three with Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, as well as Rajon Rondo. And you can't forget about the one and only Kendrick Perkins. Shout out that guy. And I always been a fan of the Celtics and up to this current day. And it's cool to see the ups and downs, the valleys. So
I guess you're a bigger Celtics fan than me, because for me, I'm 2015. That was when I became a Celtics fan. So what are your thoughts on the current Celtics team?
I think they're really good. They play as a team overall. I think Joe Mazzulla, I don't think he's that good overall. I think
Just like Kendrick Perkins said.
He's a very analytical guy, which is not bad. You should have multiple approaches to the game, but he focuses way too much on your 3-point percentage and not the overall game. Obviously, you have to shoot at threes in this current NBA, but you have to once the playoffs come, you should overall have a better philosophy to the game. But overall, I think they're good as long as they keep going. I'm gonna make it to the playoffs. Hopefully, be the number 1 seed and have home court advantage. Hopefully, throughout the playoffs.
That's true.
If not just the Eastern Conference. And they're just going to have to battle with some of the teams that they always battle with. Obviously, Philly, Milwaukee, Miami, and even newcomers.
Milwaukee's a big challenge,
like the Cavs, the Knicks, the Pacers. So it's going to be a fun end to the season.
I don't know how, but we always manage to lose against Miami in some way.
Miami Heat, they have the it factor. They just have that. Just chip on their shoulders because a lot of their players are underrated.
No, they're hard workers.
They've been counted out time and time again, but they're never dead until there's zeros on the clock.
Do you think Jason Tatum can carry us to a championship either this year or next year?
I think he definitely has a talent, but I don't know if he has the mindset to. It seems like in a lot of big situations, his moves are always typical. A lot of times but it's always a step back three. He doesn't. I just have a quote where it's like, you're always taking the three. He's always settling. You should never settle. If you have that opportunity, go get the easy basket, go to the lane.
No, but that's what Jaylen Brown does, and I don't really like that. I don't know how he just goes straight to the basket every single time.
Well, you have to mix it up. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, but also what opportunities, how they're covering you, how they're playing you, what sides, and what angles that you have, as well as the other defenders around the court, where they are, where they're stationed, where their help is. So there's a lot of different factors.
I just hate our inconsistency, on how Jason Tatum has a cold streak for three games straight, but then on a game against a really bad team, he just goes for 50 points. But then when it's a really good team or at least some challenge, then we straight choke. And it's oh my God, we pour all of our heart into one game, and then we just lose the next 2 or 3. That's what's been happening recently. So, that's why I don't think this year is our year to win. But
then it never will be.
No, I know, but maybe in the next maybe 5 years, and when Jaylen Brown's gone, Tatum's senior of the team. Do you think Porzingis will stay with us for a little longer, or do you think he's going to be out in the next couple of years?
I don't know. I think it depends on, it's every year the NBA is different. It's a day-to-day basis. One day you have a player saying, "Oh, I want to be with the team." The next day, they're trying to eat their way out of the team. Shout out James Harden. But I think it just depends on the situation and how certain teams are playing and how they fit within the city. There's a lot of different narratives about different cities. So it depends with the player, just a lot of different scenarios.
So for the last question, do you dislike any teams? in the NBA. You just be like, dang, Lakers, screw them, or anything else like that.
Not like in particular. I think you have to respect every team.
Oh, so you respect every team and
You
what
have to
they have?
respect every team because everybody's in the NBA for a reason. And obviously, there's some teams that are rivals with the Celtics,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
like the
say. Yeah.
Knicks or the Heat. But each fan base has their own passionate fans,
No, I know, I
and
know.
you can't like just bash on them because some fans of the Celtics are very passionate and go overboard, just like fans of other teams. So each fan base has a different way of them supporting the team, and they, each of them,
Yeah.
you should respect every team.
So you're an all NBA fan basically because you respect everything,
No,
everyone.
well, I like the Celtics, but
Well, you like the Celtics mainly,
you have to
but
respect every team because each team, obviously, every team is a professional organization, like in the
yeah.
NBA.
No, I know. Yeah.
And on any given night, anybody can beat you. But there is
So
I
you
guess there
wouldn't.
is dislike and hatred, but like between the players of the teams and the fans. But you have to have like mutual respect. That's how those rivalries, because rivalries are not
So yeah,
found and transpire by just one
but you
team
wouldn't
dominating the
mind the
other.
Lakers winning another ring and to have more than the Celtics?
That wouldn't be good, but
No, it wouldn't be good.
if it happens, it happens. There's nothing a fan can do about it.
No, I know. I know.
Um, so you just have to, let it happen. The Lakers obviously have been a really good organization over the past whatever years, all the decades since they moved to, even when they were in Minneapolis, they were really good. So you have to respect what they do.
Absolutely.
Obviously, with LA, with the city of Los Angeles, there's certain perks that they get those big superstars. They get
Yeah.
the fans. They get the revenue and the profit enough to afford certain players such as LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But you got to respect each and every team in the NBA for pursuing the same goals as the Celtics each and every year.
Yeah. I guess I got all the questions I got out of you. So that's it for today. This is the Balling with Ben podcast, and I will see you next time. Peace.